In this exclusive interview with Euronews, Cyprus Foreign Affairs Minister Giώργου Lιλλήκα warns Ankara that a failure to honour its pledges over Cyprus could have serious consequences on EU accession talks. Cyprus remains a divided island. However, only the southern Greek half is recognised by the international community, which refuses to acknowledge the northern half, which was invaded by Turkish troops in 1974. Turkish soldiers still patrol this territory. Cyprus has been an EU member since 2004. Turkey faces pressure from Brussels to open its ports and airports to ships and planes from Cyprus or face a possible breakdown in EU membership talks. Ankara refuses.
The Finnish presidency had invited each side on the talks on the Cypriot problem. This invitation was cancelled at the last minute. Why?
As you know, Turkey refuses to recognize the Republic of Cyprus and even refuses to meet us. For the moment, I can't say I'm very optimistic. Any information I get from other parties who are in contact with Turkey is very negative.
In mid-December, European leaders will meet for talks on Turkey and Cyprus. What do you suggest as a solution to the problem?
Turkey must fulfill its obligations.
Do you mean opening up Turkish ports?
There are several obligations set by the European Union. Turkey must open its ports and airports as stipulated in the border agreement between Turkey and the European Union and in the Ankara Protocol. Turkey must recognize the Republic of Cyprus as a member of the European Union. The current situation presents a paradox. Turkey is a candidate for EU accession, wants to be part of the European family, but refuses to recognize or have any diplomatic relations with another member of that family. This is very paradoxical.
The reason Turkey keeps saying no is because it claims the European Union didn't fulfill its promise to put an end to the isolation of the North. So don't we need an effort in that direction to end isolation in the North?
First of all, let me say that the isolation is a myth. The best proof of this is that in the past 2 years, income per head of population for Turkish Cypriots has increased fourfold.
A few days ago, I spoke to the President Mehmet Ali Talat, President of Northern Cyprus, a government which is not recognized by the international community. I asked him, why don't you send back the Turkish troops? He answered that he was afraid of the Greek soldiers. What's your reaction to this?
There were 120,000 Turkish Cypriots in 1974. According to the population growth figures, there should be 200,000 Turkish Cypriots living in the occupied territory today. But there are only 75,000. That's less than in 1974, under so-called Turkish protection. Unfortunately, they have left the island for places like London or other parts of the world. So, what is Turkey doing? It's brought in 180,000 settlers from Anatolia. It's colonizing northern Cyprus and changing the island's demography. There are 40,000 Turkish soldiers deployed in the territory, while our National Guards only total 9,000. If there is a question of security, it applies to us, because we are under threat from the Turkish army. We are a very small country. There are less than 1 million of us. On the question of security, let's gather around a table and talk about it. I am ready to invite European forces to replace Cyprus's National Guard and the Turkish army, to replace all foreign forces in Cyprus with a single European force which would protect both communities.
L'armée turque l'a remplacé tous les armées étrangères à Chypre par une force européenne, une force militaire européenne pour protéger les deux communautés.
Are you ready to accept Turkey one day as a member of the European Union?
Of
course, I have to say we've already backed Turkey's request twice, once in December 2004 and then again last October. We voted in favour of opening talks with Turkey, because we believe that a more European Turkey would be an advantage for us, a country that embraces democracy and respects human rights, international and European law.
C'est-à-dire une Turquie qui se transforme en un régime démocratique, un régime qui respecte les droits internationaux, les droits de l'homme, qui respecte les droits européens lui-même.
But our backing is not unconditional. Turkey must fulfill its obligations, which it refuses to do at the moment.
Qui doit remplir ses obligations, chose que pour le moment elle refuse de le faire.
One of these conditions is the opening up of Turkish ports, and Turkey has said it has no intention of doing so for now. As for you, you are preventing negotiations between Ankara and the EU from starting, so in effect the process is completely stalled. To get back to the questions I asked you and which I don't think you answered, what real solutions do you propose ahead of the EU leaders summit next month?
You see, we cannot give in to Turkey's demands. Turkey has to help itself. We are prepared to help Turkey if it helps itself. For the moment, it refuses to do so. So we're in a deadlock because of that mentality. The political culture in Turkey, which believes that EU accession is an à la carte menu from which it can pick and choose.
L'adhésion à l'Union européenne, c'est un menu à la carte.